Women's football is the fastest growing sport in Europe, and when England reached the final of the World Cup last August, it was hoped that the ripples of popularity would be felt this side of the border.
Starts getting doubled over, just pull out, cover Lily, okay, in case there's doubles over on there. Last week, you made some really good interceptions. You progressed a hell of a lot. Like I said, you were training last week, and just, you're reading the game a lot quicker. Just do that.
But it's been a challenging time for the women's game in Welshpool, and this month it issued a rallying call for the town to back the team, or it was in danger of folding. But a new coach is at the helm this season, and he has seen plenty of potential for the game to thrive.
It's been a tough start, It's been a lot of. We've had to sort of rebuild this season from next to nothing, really. I mean, we had 8, 9 players, and of that, a lot of them were very tiny players. And then alongside that, we've had a lot of new people come into the game who want to get involved and want to learn, and that's great. But it's been a tough learning curve for them. So we obviously throw them in to play 90 minutes when they've never played a game of football before is quite a big ask, So, but we've sort of passed that learning curve now a little bit, and we're in the sort of stages where we're starting to click together, starting to play football. Things are starting to look good.
And what would you say to girls or women out there of whatever age thinking about it, or they used to play, or they haven't played before? What would you say to them?
Well, this is the perfect place for them, isn't it? Because we've got a great friendly atmosphere here. It's a lovely club. There's no cliques. There's no sort of everyone, no jobs below anybody. So it's you get the captain taking down the nets along with the newbies. It's a great sort of atmosphere that way. They're a very close bunch, and it's always been the case that even with the new players that are coming now, as long as they want to learn to play, then there's always a place for them here. It's irrelevant to their ability. It's what they want to do, what they want to get out of it, and we'll help them do that whatever we can.
But the numbers dwindled post-COVID, and with women's teams in Berryw and Llanfaircyraenion also after the same local player pool, Welshpool Town are keen to expand their player base and welcome more women to the club.
So much fun. I mean, it's really good physically, obviously. I love football because I find it hard to motivate myself to go to the gym or go off for a run, whereas when you're part of a team, you're kind of obliged, you feel obliged because you have the rest of the girls that are there waiting to kind of play along and train and obviously be part of a team with them. So I didn't play really as a youngster, primary school, and then at my age, there wasn't much kind of focus on girls football. So there wasn't really anywhere to go once you hit high school. And obviously now that's different, which is fantastic. There's lots and lots of focus on girls grassroots football, and there are lots of kind of teenage teams. The problem you find is that the ladies teams, there are few and far between. So when I started, there was 13 teams in North Paris alone, women's teams, whereas now there's 2. There's us who have obviously been trying to struggling along, and then Berryw have just started a proper league this season as well. So it's building, and whether you've played before or not, you're all welcome. As I say, I didn't start playing until I was sort of 18, 20. And I enjoy it, and it keeps me fit and healthy. And as I say, you meet a great bunch of girls that you wouldn't normally meet. So it's a great mixed bag, and yeah, it keeps, like I say, it keeps you going.
And then we'll have Tam, Nye, and Lauren.
It's remarkable to think that women were not even allowed to play football in Wales up until 1970. So there's been a lot of catching up to do. But with the number of registered Welsh players increasing 50% to more than 11,500 in 4 years, it's hoped that the popularity boom will be felt locally, and its growth is a key part of the Welshpool Town strategy.
Well, we have got one girls team, the under-12s, and we've got the women's team, and we very much like to build on that. We have got a small huddle, which is run by TNS coaches, which trains at the same time as the juniors. And we also have what I would call a recreational women's team, which means that they don't play in any competitions. They turn up on a Wednesday, and they're from about 14 plus upwards. And we very much like to build on that. We don't necessarily need more competitive women, but we want recreational people who just want to come down, train, and if they feel that they are good enough and they feel they have the confidence to go into the team, that would be brilliant.
It may have been a soaking wet day when we were there filming, but it certainly didn't dampen the enthusiasm, and the ladies hope for brighter days ahead.